Hey guys, Matt from Adventurecruiser. I have some sad news. You guys know that song, The Day the Music Died? Well, that's kind of how I feel about the way that radio systems died last week in San Diego. San Diego Police was the last agency that did not encrypt their dispatch channels in my area. And it was really great to just kind of get a sense of what's going on. But sadly, last week they went completely encrypted. So now every local agency in my area is off the air as far as I'm concerned. And that's kind of sad. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the pros and cons of that from my opinion. And we all have opinions. But, I've got a lot of friends who are law enforcement. And if anything should happen to them, man, that would be awful. I understand that there is a need for officer safety. However, I also understand that there is a need for transparency and awareness and situational awareness, if nothing else. But I want to give a story here of what I think drove San Diego PD to encrypt. And it was about 2 months ago. There was a manhunt going on downtown in what used to be called Horton Plaza. It was a mall that then got turned into housing, or it's going to be turned into housing. And SDPD was chasing a guy up and down and all around this mall. It was one of the most entertaining chases I've ever listened to. And eventually they caught him, and I heard one of the SWAT guys say, "The idiot had a scanner app open on his phone, comma. He was listening to us." I don't know why I said comma. I think I'm talking to Siri too much. But the point is you could hear the frustration in that SWAT commander's voice as he's talking over the main dispatch channel saying he was listening to us. He could hear our every move. And I am very sympathetic to that. While I'm not law enforcement, I do have a lot of friends who are, and I think they're doing a fine job, especially in my area. We've got great cops out here. But over the last 3 years, I've watched the sheriff's department, other local agencies, and now San Diego PD go off the air. And it's sad. It's sad that there are radio aficionados who have abused it potentially. And it's sad that we're not in a position where it's an enjoyable hobby anymore and that people feel the need to encrypt everything. I'm sure there are some pretty good reasons for it. I know that the excuse is publicly identifiable information, the PII. But really, that's been on the air for 80 years? I don't know. Anyways, a little bit melancholy on this subject. But as you can tell, Southern Dispatch is completely silent. I'm even scanning all the dispatch channels, and we've heard nothing. And that's a bummer. That's a real bummer. But on that note, it's still a cool radio. It's still a fun hobby. And I appreciate you guys sticking around to the end. Have a great day.